We will be going to St. John chapter 8, verse 29. And it reads, and he, this is Jesus speaking, and he that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. And this is spoken to understand that God will not leave you alone, because why? You do those things which pleaseth him. That he says, he that loveth me doeth what I say. So we understand, because a lot of people like using the verse, he'll never leave you nor forsake you. But then also we go to Romans chapter 1, and it says that God will give you over into a reprobated mind. Why? To do those things which you desire. And it says that he will give you over unto your lust and your desire. So what is that saying? That's not God leaving you, but that's you separating from God. Because why? It says that they don't want to retain the word, which is God. They say they don't want to retain God. So it's not him leaving you, but sin, as it's spoken in the book, the Bible. It says sin hath separated you from your God. So that's what it means by God not leaving you. But sin is what's separating you, because you would rather walk in sin and not listen to God to be guided. That's why he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. It says that if you hear God, you will be led of God. Why? Through his word. God will not lead us unto sin. So it says, so that he'll never leave us nor forsake us. He will never. But Christ says this right here in verse 29 of St. John chapter 8. It says, and he that sent me is with me. Why? Because the way he was sent is from God, and the way he goes back to God is the way in which he was sent. So that is pure. So he says this, and he that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone. Why is that? Because he has not left me alone, because I am on the same road in which I came from. It was out from God, pure, and I go back to God, pure. And by that example of coming from God and going back to God, we understand that Jesus came out from God, and the way that he lived is going back to God. And we see God come and is with him, and we see him leave and God is with him also. Amen. So it reads this, it says, the Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. So God does not leave a believer because we love him and do what he says. Why? Because we believe in the way, the truth, and the life. So by walking in that, the Comforter Spirit leads us unto all truth and comforts us through this life, through his word. Amen.